My name is Jim Thomas, and welcome to the Fitness Management Update. Our topic today is how to double your sales in your health club. And what I want to share with you is this is a recent blog we put on our website. You can actually check it out at fmconsulting.net. But this is about three very different types of clubs, different types of gyms, different types of fitness centers in terms of how they provide services, facilities they have, etc. But they had some very significant things in common. You know, they had a very poor sales process. They had very poor sales fundamentals, and that's what we want to talk to you about here today. Now, one of the things that happened with these facilities is that they actually doubled their production, and some of these doubled it in less than 30 days. Others maybe a little bit less than 60 days. But in addition to that, what we found that happened is they also were able to double their contract value. They actually went from 12-month agreements in some cases to 24-month agreements. Let me walk you through some of the things that they did and how they had success with this. You know, number one is they gained immediate control over the guest coming into their facility. Okay, moving forward, what they had every non-member do, what every guest had to do, was they had to register in each time they came in. And so this gave them control over this process. Number two, each guest that came in now had to complete a needs analysis. And in other words, what this needs analysis did, the customer would sit down, fill this out, and this would now give the club staff an idea of what their goals were, things they were looking to accomplish, things they want to do for themselves. But it also gave them that chance to understand what that super objective might be, what that powerful why might be, why they want to lose that weight, why they want to get back into shape. You know, what is the reason for that? And that's going to set the stage, you know, for a much more powerful, you know, sales presentation. Now, the third thing that happened in terms of the process is that every person now is going to get a membership presentation. We're just not going to, you know, hey, have a great day. We're going to sit down and show them, you know, here's membership options. Here's the reason to do it now. And then we're going to ask that person to buy. So the processes were, A, we gain control of the membership. Number two, we're going to use that needs analysis. And number three, each person is going to be asked to buy. Each person get a membership presentation. Now, in terms of sales fundamentals, you know, what we started to do in these particular cases was we wanted to become agreeable. That was number one. Okay. And so say a customer comes in and they say, well, I only have 5 minutes. I just want to get some rates. Instead of, you know, handing them a piece of paper with the rates on it, now we're going to say, hey, no problem, Mary, I can help you, and go ahead and register in. If the person at point of sale says, well, that's a lot of money, I'm not sure I can afford that, instead of trying to defend that position, Mary, I understand. Mary, I agree with you. That is a lot of money. And then, of course, we would go into, you know, our presentation. Number two is when selling the program, we are now selling based on desired outcomes. We're selling on this super objective. We're selling on this powerful why. We're helping them stay focused. This is not feature based. You know, we have 10,000 pounds of free weights. We have, you know, all the selectorized equipment, and it's divided by body parts. We're not doing any of that. Okay. It's about what that desired outcome is, getting ready for that big reunion, getting ready for the wedding, getting off medication, you know, whatever that case might be. And then finally, in terms of fundamentals, you know, we're going to give that membership presentation, but with decent boldness, meaning we're respectful, but we're also bold. And what I mean by bold is that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. All right. So every person that comes in, we are going to ask them to join. We're going to ask them to buy. And these processes, these fundamentals that we've done with these particular clubs, there was no staff changes. Okay, staff stayed the same. It was simply changing how they went about their business. And in most cases, what they found is they were getting much more guest traffic than they ever realized because they really were not accounting for it. And number two, the sales process, when you start to become agreeable and then you give a presentation and you ask people to buy, it takes the mystery out of it. It's not, you know, what it might be. All right. So evaluate your situation. Even if you've been up and going and you're doing pretty well, it's easy to start to cut some corners on this. Make sure you're back in line, and if you're struggling, apply this process. All right. Now, if these tips have been helpful to you, we'd appreciate it. Click the like button below. Be sure to subscribe to us, for future tips. And again, my name is Jim Thomas, and this has been the Fitness Management Update.